for tea? Toodaloo. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
First Bang, halo Bang Veles, hola, ¿cómo estás? Ini resennya kok nggak penuh-penuh ya? Icon.
Stabilize. Here comes the catch. Quietly now. Witness the power.
Ih, kocak kupu-kupunya yang dikejar.
Solidify. Things are about to get dicey.
Hari-hari upgrade upgrade weapon. Jadi habis ini Archon Quest, habis itu ngantuk.
Take it easy. Quietly now. Ray outlines your fate.
Gak jelas, energinya hilang.
Here comes the catch. Blink. Go.
Kurang nih resinnya nih.
Are you? Solidify. Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword. Go. Things are about to get dicey.
Beliau, kenapa dengan beliau? Apakah Bang El nanti live-nya facecam lagi, Bang? Kasih ring light, Bang, di depan.
Ring cutter. Ray outlines
Suara kecil apa speaker kurang nyaring, kurang kenceng? Speaker HP-mu paling. Bang L live maraton. ITC di YouTube, di EF, di FB, apakah adakah Bang L? Volume udah 100 loh. Wah, berarti rusak itu HP-nya.
There you are, eavesdrop. Stabilize. Let me read you a verse. Huh? Let me higher, higher, pants on fire. Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Look at me.
Habis. Habis.
This isn't good.
Gimana? Di mana akan ku cari? Kurang banyak. Kurang resin nih. Wah, Hoyo ngasih mah. Kurang resin. Di mana? Di Twitch. Wih. Ada semua itu, Twitch, FB, YouTube. Ada semua dia. Knock, ada dia knock. Ada. Iya. Semua platform ditanya. Iya, semua platform lah. Di mana akan ku cari?
Solidify. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Huh? Go. Go.
Awi pakai wok. Mau bertanya sesat di jalan Bang El. Lab di Bigo bisa dia di Bigo dia cosplay jadi Fenty. Ini Bang El bakar Primo jadi resin kah? Bang El gitu dia biasaan. Mata woi. PFR. Iya. Beliau nih beliau nih aminya God Aim. Aduh, ini beliau ini typo God. Typo God. Jadi Ami-chan. Lebigo sambil mandi emang itu atau lab sambil itu apa mandiin mama pakai lumpur. Aduh, jadi Ami-chan. Aduh, ini quest daily aja pakai ngobrol lama. Ini 6.000 KB tuh lupa aku. Ini pingnya hari ini kurang bagus. 50-an. Kemarin 33. Lagu Nahida kemana yo? Dikasih Bang Peles. Kayaknya seru nih kayak lagu Nahida. Nah.
Take it easy.
Ntar aja lanjut quest. Ini masih daily loh. Wow, kayaknya agak-agak ngedrip nih, analog kanan. Udah lama aku nggak pakai lagunya Hida. Iya, udah nggak pernah lagi kayaknya. Apakah iya? Loh. Ini kok ada permintaan penduduk memasak kok belum ini? Teng. Besok pakai. Serius kah? Lagu taruh di mana yo? Aku lupa. Habis riset OBS tuh kan filenya lupa naruh di mana tuh. Kan dimasukkan OBS tuh. Media source. Berarti mana sih ini misi yang misi.
Add Astra.
Teori ganti stick nih.
Thank you for
Waduh, Bang
completing.
Peles. Eh,
Add Astra.
bisa bergiro-giro ria ya kan. Apa sih hadiahnya? Ini. Aduh, jauh masih. Quest aja. Quest dunia sih. Arcon. Sampai bosok kita di bawah situ, cuy. Nah. Waifu. Loh, pelajari situasi dari orang-orang. Lini. Ini kenapa lagi si bocah air?
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further
Waifu Raiden.
observation. Let's
Raiden
leave
kan
him here
waifu
for
segala
now
umat.
and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry, I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Nah.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short
increased
time, so it wasn't
significantly.
too bad. But if
Yeah,
one were to
cuy.
stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can
Significant
see how
amount of
that
time.
boy's doing.
Ini kayak klorin kebanyakan
he
ngomong
was found?
signifikan deh.
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to
Bagus.
swim
Penasaran
back.
siapa yang dubbing klorin
The door was
Englishnya.
necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my
Bagus
reasons.
juga suaranya.
Never seems to work though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for
Neuvillette.
picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad
Terrible.
sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Some tea. Gak mau, maunya kopi.
Not particularly.
Kadang
If you want to
wangi-wangi
dance him
apanya?
that badly, just say so.
Wangi
Fine,
itunya.
I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a
Efeknya
towel?
wangi.
I would like to dry my hair.
I would like to dry my hair. Emang basah rambutnya klorin habis berendam coy.
Lenny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet
Kayak
are still a
buang,
bit weak,
kayak
but
pernah nyium aja.
that's probably
Bang
just the
Peles.
residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Remine? Is he...
He'll be fine.
Kayak
But
minute
for now,
shock.
please help me lift him up.
Atau lagi Bang Peles. Real coy. Nah, apa ini prime minute nih? Waduh. Bangun, bangun, woi, prime minute, woi, bangun, bangun.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Hanya ingin menjadi Iron Man kah?
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Hai Kak,
Traveler,
halo,
you seem pretty
Aruka.
worried about him. Want
Halo,
to go with
halo.
us?
Oh, welcome, welcome. Gimana build
The
new
Duke and
village-nya
Clarette are
Haruka?
gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarette will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Kemarin kenapa ya katanya kok frame minute kok kerendam di laut ya? Kerendam di laut emang ada apa frame minute? Aku jadi lupa ceritanya kemarin. Oh, ditahan sama Risley ya. Loh, ini kemana ini? Pak, Bu, mana kopi saya? Waduh, ditunggu loh ini. Kopi, woi. Malah diam-diam baik, dia saling menatap. Ini Bang Peles ngapain tuh? Bang El mau
Take it
ngapain?
easy.
Aduh, gimana sih ini? Di atas. Hai Kak Himura. Hai Kak Veles. Ada apa Kak Veles? Hele kumat. Nah, Bang El suka kumat ya. Loh, itu kok jauh betul 200 meter. Ih loh, bapak ini lucu loh. Dia ngapain dia kayak gini terus loh. Nih, beliau ini ngapain coba? Itu kertas coba diambil kayak nah, udah tuh. Welcome om.
Take it easy.
Aduh, tidur lagi Preminate. Oh, dia kan kena air itu
He's awake.
primordial, baru
Fermine,
ingat
how do
aku.
you feel? Lenny.
Lini, Lenet.
We're all here.
Where?
Mana ada om
The
sini.
infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push
Om,
yourself
mana
if you're
ada
not
om
feeling up
sini.
to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long.
It's been so
The
long.
sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Nah, pingsan lagi.
It's
Waduh.
okay.
Ya.
We can talk about it after you've recovered. No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes.
Pipes.
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Wah, ini nih. Apa ini? Loh, apa kita yang menjalankan ingatannya?
I'm in.
Preminate BTW gratis kan di 42 ya?
Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
Looks abandoned. Om sudah om.
Where could Master Child be?
Oh, dia nyari child toh. Waduh. Itu kan kita yang ngejalanin. Apakah di sini ada chest Ria? Tidak ada. Ini pasti nobles nih. Iya kan, nobles. Ada apa dengan nobles ini? Artefak umum lah, semuanya aja pakai nobles. Yang lain gak usah di farming. Wih, ini senjata apa ya? Royal dong. Terminalnya gratis 42 kak. Oh bener berarti ya, gratis 42 ya. Aku belum punya itu soalnya. Infokan frame drop bang. No drop.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Apa bahasanya tadi dia bilang dioprek? Wah, ya seru nih. No drop anti bocor. Dia Bang El itu emang orangnya cepat tanggap dia. Seru nih, putar. Woi. Weh. Kenapa itu? Kok pingnya merah, weh? Oh, ke sono. Naik berarti. Berarti naik sini. Kalau aktifkan lagi, turun lagi. No drop, anti bocor. Putar.
It's
Loh.
getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Bang, hari-hari dikasih puzzle bang. Waduh, parah ini. Coba pindah map. Tadi udah dicoba, nggak tahu kalau sekarang. Aduh, hari-hari dikasih ginian bang. Walah, salah aku kesini. Nggak bisa balik coy. Ajaran sesat. Ajaran apa tuh? Wah, tuh. Maka kos Arkon, iyo, Arkon ini. Tadi nggak bisa diputar kemana tadi? Arahnya ke nggak bisa diputar yang ini. Harusnya diputar dulu. Banyak sekarang ajaran nyeweng. Nyeweng apa itu nyeweng? Putar dulu baru naikin. Oh no, repot loh. Kira mekanismenya di sebelah situ. Baru naik. Nah, ini puzzle easy peasy ya. Ada yang lebih sulit kah? Nah, minimal puzzle sulit. Jadi kita try hard coy. Nyeleweng. Alah, beliau ini loh. Beliau ini udah ngikut-ngikut sekte bang, sumpah. Sekte typo. Jangan sombong anak muda. Itu yang ngomong kan orang tua ya. Jangan sombong anak muda.
Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Waduh. Rupanya si Child nyelam ke sono, coy. Apa iya Tatang hilang di situ? Di sini tidak adakah? Gampang, officialku udah C6, curang.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them.
Apakah aku teori gacha satu kali lagi bang di sini bang? Kan konyol kalau aku gacha di banner ini lagi tuh. Udah ah. Satu kali tuh. Satu kali aja tapi. Langsung C5. Langsung C5. Wah, ini gara-gara Bang Perles ini loh. Waduh, aku sih dikasih di C5 aja. Gas. Aduh. Para pisau. Udah satu kali itu. Loh, apakah 9 kali sisanya dikasih pisau lagi, Bang? Kalau iya kan GG ya kan. Oh, nabung-nabung TV ya, nabung-nabung TV lagi. Nabung PT ya. Ya enggak sih, Bang Peles? Nabung-nabung PT itu enggak salah toh. Ini kan tahu di satu tadi ya. Satu kenapa langsung ungu yang tadi? Rada sus ini. Perasaan ungunya di oh pantesan. Ini loh. Ungunya di situ. 5 10 11 kuningnya nyangkut di sini. Iya ya. Ya berarti harus 10 lagi. Nah, kalau 9 kurang tuh. Tunggu besok. Tesla red up. Lah iya kan nunggu besok. Pas kan 10. Siapa tahu Fischle-nya nyangkut lagi Fischle.
The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait.
Tadi bener juga loh, gacha satu kali, padahal iseng malah ungu.
My heart is racing.
Waduh.
It's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Ungu kalau nggak ungu demo. 10. Tapi sebenarnya hitungannya bener sih ya, 10 kan kita harusnya digacha semua ya nggak sih Bang? Gacanya pada saat Archon. Ya nggak apa-apa Bang, kita gacha di sini yuk. Nabung-nabung PT itu nggak ada salahnya cuy, siapa tahu piselnya keluar cuy. 2 bener tuh. 3 pisel lah, masa pisau nggak pulang-pulang cuy. 4 ya harusnya yang ke-9 ungu sih. 5 6 7. Nah pisau lah. Ya Allah. Orang mau gacha karakter kok malah dikasih gituan loh. Habiskan kalian. Ungunya malah 7. 10. Nggak ungu ini 10. Oh. Jadi nggak ungu 10-nya. Kocak emang. Ungunya keluar di 7. Kok habis darahnya coy? Besok 5. Oh iya ada terakhir 5 ya besok. Gak saya lah. Ada tanda heart pity. Bodoh amat itu. Yang penting gue tahu C1. Ya dapat pisau itu nggak bisa di spam Diona mulu. Oh baru diselamatin sama si Florin baru Begitu ceritanya. Besok dapat 5. Ya, besok terakhir yang hari ke-7 ya. 4, 5. Pokoknya gacha terus nih, sampai Purina.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarinde brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clorand, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still
Must
too
go
weak for
thank her
today.
in person.
You can go after you've
Ternyata
had
dia
some
belum
rest.
sempat berterima
Miss Lynette is
kasih.
right. I believe Miss Clarinde will stay here as a guest for another few days. So
Saya
there's
mau
no need
tempe
to hurry.
goreng, wah bawa sini lah.
Guest.
Aduh,
Then I can assume
beliau
Risley was
ini
the
loh
one who
makan
invited her to come down
sendiri.
here.
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Aku ajak ngobrol deh orangnya.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny,
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head
Suruh
out for
mambu.
now. As long as you stay here, I don't think you'll be
Makanya
disturbed.
pakai baju Iron Man. Terbang dari Jawa ke sini bentar doang itu mah. Dari Jawa sampai sini. Terbang pakai jet turbo coy. Pakai nano suit. Ini Sukoharjo. Wah. Yang pakai pintu Doraemon nggak seru, langsung sampai. Apa yang mau dilihat coy? Mending lihat laut ya kan. Tuh, ini kemana nih? Ah lah, turun lagi. Pakai JNE Israel, boleh. Kirim tempe goreng JNE 3 hari sini langsung basi coy. Tempe goreng bisa asal di presto. Aduh. Ini kemana beliau yang asli? Beliau yang asli siapa maksudnya? Malah balik sini tuh. Quest World ya? Belum, masih akun. Yang asli ada badaknya.
Excuse me.
Dari tadi mau ngobrol doang ini berdua.
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarinde. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
Mostly fine,
If you
I
don't
think.
mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Enlighten. Ini
Where
masih ke
shall I
Sarkon.
begin?
Lah iya.
How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Behavior signals.
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into it.
Emang ngomong gitu.
Out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more
Udah begini.
Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal?
Hah? Former criminal? Jangan sembarangan, Paimon.
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clorant down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Buset,
As a champion
dibayar.
duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving
in the
Femine was
beginning.
part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes.
Ini bening.
Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had condition, that's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
Iya loh, cuma nyari child
The
doang.
Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's
Kenapa
disappearance.
ya kok es teh harus menyegarkan di saat aku haus? Ya bener toh.
We uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer
Apalagi
our
campur
last
lemon,
question in
enak
return?
itu.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
May not be pleasant. Kan ngomong lah, ngomong. Follow me. Siap. Follow you, I will follow you. Tereret, tereret. Mana kau Wiro? Wiro Sableng. Waduh, ruangan rahasia tuh.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Aduh,
Take it easy.
mana ini Om? Waduh.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Follow me, you little... Beep. Follow me, you little...
Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure
Oke,
doesn't seem
Ivo. Ini
anything
kayak Ivo.
special.
Tuh. Langsung teknik seneng dia yang bahasa-bahasa gitu.
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm
Kata
the only
Mr.
one who's
Wrestler.
allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I
Forbidden
correct to assume
Zones.
you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Ini little Fatui friends everything.
Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
What the... Teet. What the tit?
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Bukan sulis, datang tanpa apa-apa. Deg-degan aku.
Whoa. They all just went up one
Deg-degan aku
by
Bang
one.
Sulis tapi bukan. Iya tuh.
Go on, have a look.
Aku memang agak bingung itu. Katanya sulis tapi kok bukan. Yang bener yang mana ya? Ada
I've
mekanisme
been
aneh.
interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any
Itu
guesses
air
what
apa
the reading could
temperatur?
be
Itu bener
tracking?
juga.
Very
Temperatur kah?
reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
Unpuh, saya cuma
The temperature
numpang
should
cari
vary with
sendal.
weather
Loh,
and climate changes, so for
sendal
something that
itulah
rarely
sendalnya
shifts,
diambil
the
sama
water
Bang L.
pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Waduh,
Concentration of primordial seawater? But we're
sandal Igor lagi yang diambil. Memang
And
itu.
that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater.
Toxic
Somehow,
sea.
primordial seawater got mixed in,
Gitu
and the
Pak, aku orangnya
concentration
emang
is
kagetan,
steadily
infonya
rising.
nggak latah. Abang yang sebenarnya aku tahu beliau bukan sulis.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
Waduh, apakah Fontaine akan jatuh bersama dengan robot robohnya pintu ini?
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all
Egeria,
convicted criminals from
Archon Hydro
Fontaine
yang
were
dulu.
exiled.
Waduh,
People drove the criminals
kenapa
away
selalu
like a
ada
wolf
yang
pack,
Archon
chasing
yang
away the
sebelumnya
banished.
baru
Criminals
diturunkan?
received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they
Jangan
experienced only
siapa-siapa,
pain
sebenarnya
and
saya
struggle,
Ultraman kok.
and the bone-chilling
Lagi
cold.
serat bentaran ini.
Some of them began to repent.
Ini
and
mau
prayed to the
silaturahmi ke
Hydro
Godzilla.
Archon,
Wah, berarti
asking if there was
Ultraman
still
Leo ini.
anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret
Awi pakai
deep
wok.
underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They
Mau tak
became a
kasih
community
tugas
down
nggak?
there in the deeps,
Terus apa tuh?
and over the years helped it to
Bersihin
grow.
kamar.
As the number of
Waduh,
exiles
ini
increased,
bagaimana
more
nih?
and more
Sebagai
people
ahli
joined the community.
teknisi
When the first group of exiles
top
died,
global
they left
oprek
the yet
HP,
unfinished fortress to their successors.
nggak bisa bersihin kamar.
The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay.
Artikel.
They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient
Takutnya kalau
secrets
beliau
of the
bukan
past.
sulis, lalu apakah beliau mau sama? Tempat bersih-bersih bang. Aduh, terus bang, akeh tisune. Waduh.
After many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent.
Kau tahu?
Now and again, researchers manage to break one
Kalian
law or
goblin.
another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Seorang sejarawan.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Panggil goblin,
Indeed.
goblin. Langsung
It's
beres
just as the
semuanya.
prophecy says. If to be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving
Aku
all too
adalah
accurate.
rumput. Wah, apakah beliau rumput yang
Prophecies are true
bergoyang?
some things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Aku adalah rumput yang bergoyang.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments
Top
have...
global service HP. Oh itu loh Bang L itu. SORXD.
Lorvine and Juria?
Top global itu.
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
Top global oprek
Warren doesn't have
HP.
to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters.
Bang,
As
Bang,
his
aku ngantuk
assistant,
Bang, bisa
Jurier
minat
is
boboin nggak
familiar
Bang?
with them as well. I hired him to
Itu
be my technical
itu
consultant.
tugasnya Bang L. Pokoknya Bang L itu serba bisa
You want
sebenarnya.
to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
What a lovely idea. I'm already
Yang
imagining it
duit
in my head.
goblin. Waduh.
Gotta
Under
admit,
goblins.
I'm tempted as well.
Bang L lagi menghemat.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine,
Kemarin tapi
and is
masih
also
hangat
one of my
nah,
technical
tuh.
consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Follow me. Follow me.
There's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement
Ani.
makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
HP Bang Bika sulis typo lagi.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Mati total pas baterai pasang hidup. Nggak hidup. Apa itu?
What a huge ship!
Apakah itu yang Redmi
Paimon's never seen before. What's
K20?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate,
Yang
I also
K20.
began this project.
Ya, benar.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe.
Itu yang dulu dipakai live bukan
Fontanians
sih?
need something to hold on to cope
Yang
with
satunya
the
waktu
impending
masih zaman
disaster.
live HP.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Sulit menebaknya kalau nggak cek sendiri ya, berarti
I'll leave you here for now.
Bang Sulis langsung meluncur ke tempatnya Bang El.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Lawas hilang. Mati total. Isi kena.
Put a
Wah,
lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I
isi
look forward to
kena
what
dong.
happens next.
Alah, ruangan tadi tuh nggak permanen. Ini gua kena isi, wah. Gimana?
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
You wanna
So
cup of
much
tea?
like Risley, always drinking tea.
Huh.
Terus.
Now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was
Harus
sedated,
ganti
I could
IC.
still
Harur
barely hear
ganti
2
IC.
people talking next to me. They were discussing everything from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Kalau servis sampai bisa lagi, kira-kira kena berapa, Bu? Wah, itu biasanya kena
I heard
mental, Bu.
one male voice and one female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Kasih itu mahal makanya, kasih itu mahal
Then,
makanya tak
would you
bilang
mind
kena
checking
mental
your
itu.
answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All
Buat ganjal
then
pintu
I'll
aja.
posit my theories.
Betul.
I asked myself 3 questions.
Aduh.
Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is the long-lost
Dulu
primordial
zaman-zamannya
sea is
beliau live
probably
pakai
very
HP
close to
nih
the
yang
fortress
K20 itu.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
Beli PC, rakit PC, HP-nya rusak.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here.
Ini
He
ngancurin
ignored
es
us
batu.
completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance,
Bidang
Father can
software.
use it to pressure the
Oh.
Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to
Tuh,
move
kasih
between
tahu
the
Kang El.
parties of
Ini
interest.
ahlinya
If I
ahli,
had to guess,
intinya
he
inti.
probably has
Yo,
something
langsung
that he's
back.
working on himself.
Core of the
It's
core.
likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart.
Sampai kenangan,
Thanks so
Wel.
much.
Apakah kenangan
There's the
bersamanya
last
atau
question.
kenangan bersama
If Risley
dirinya
does
atau
have a
kenangan
plan,
bersama
what could
YouTube?
it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's
Beliau
something
nih yang
big in the
menguak misteri
fortress that
Death
most
Note.
people here never
Waduh,
get to see.
jangan main-main, weh.
He has a bargaining chip.
Sungkem, sungkem,
It could
sepuh
be
sungkem.
important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess.
Intinya
You
inti
have the
berarti
last
bener.
piece of the
Core of the
puzzle.
core.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned
Terus
that
di
Father
kotak
sees the
kaca
House of the
biar
Hearth as her
kelihatan
base of
kenangannya.
operations,
Waduh.
and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
You have my
Thank
gratitude.
you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Biasa aja kali, Linet. Paimon lapar lagi.
Paimon's hungry.
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Bang, coba pindah map. Ini masih US loh, Bang. Tadi dicoba sih bisa. Ini di mana posisinya tadi? Di situ. Jauh kayaknya. Apa tak tinggal ngitung aljabar dulu. Waduh, beliau ini ahli persamaan matematika rupanya. Ini ahli kalkulus beliau ini. Waduh, sungkem sepuh. Wah, hari-hari mah ngerjain aljabar ya. Oke, emang beliau. Pindah ke sini. Semeru ya. Semeru. Ini Semeru nih. Nah, Bang, nge-lag lagi, Bang. Error. Aku udah lama main gitu dia. Yang rusak. Pindah sini. Ternyata view ini punya julukan semua. Oh, iya. Nah, rusak. Sudah kuduga rusak lagi. Tadi habis update driver bagus. Udah lama gini lagi. Nggak jelas emang ini. Oh. Yang merusak bang. Biasalah. Maka di sini turunkan 768. Paling percuma bang. Turunkan 768. Nanti ngatur lagi kalau turun 768. Nanti kayaknya berkecil dia. Kayaknya yo. Gak ngaruh itu. 768 tetap drop itu. Ini tuh. Ini kecilnya gambarnya. Tuh lihat. Tetap drop kan? Nggak ngaruh kalau game rusak coy. Kalau game rusak emang kayak gitu. Biasalah game indie. Kalau game indie kan kayak gitu dia. Orang game triple A aja bisa gitu. Musiknya di situ kok itu ya. Ini kemana tuh? Turun apa ke bawah? Loh, malah ke atas. Gak jelas emang mapnya ini. Ini kita balik ke ruang tengah kan? Desidin kada lagi quest Arkon. Emang kenapa kalau nggak lagi quest Arkon? Optimal HSR. Belum, baru awal itu.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Floran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria. What would you like to eat?
Tak acak bakar resin. Waduh. Aku nggak ada yang bisa dibakar.
I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Minta yang paling enak. Tangke.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
Ditraktir sama Loli.
So delicious.
Mantap jiwa.
I'm so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Yang ngedubbing subtitlenya bener-bener pakai bahasa gaul dah ini. Udah kenyang? Gimana makanannya? Enak. Minuman? Bukan, enak, semuanya enak.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Adik-adiknya.
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively
Tidak
chase after
sembrono,
his brother.
dicampur bahasa Jawa coy.
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Mana ya? Bayangkan level tadi. Ini hampir nggak pernah keluar kantor.
You both worked very hard.
Nicholas itu pekerja kantoran coy. Dia cuma duduk aja kayak jenderal di office. Nah, aduh, naik lagi. Naik lagi mending ke sini langsung. Bakar Primo ya Bang El. Masih naik lagi. Di sini berarti. Primo sopo, Primonya Bang El lah. Nah ini belum ada dapat apa-apa tuh, ini artefaknya belum di up pria ini. Aduh. Nggak ada bahan, miskin bahan. Primo aja habis. Apa ya? Tidur ini.
So much has happened.
Tidur ini.
I'm on super.
Tidur. Lucu loh Paimon. Mau tidur nggak melayang, giliran dia bangun melayang.
What happened? Why is everyone running?
Ih bocor coy.
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking.
Who's yelling?
Kontek banget. Nah, F2P itu pasti habis Primo. F2P resin 0, Primo 0. Itu F2P.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Bisa pakai
What's wrong with
gacha.
these people? They won't
Iyo.
They're here! Yeah. There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Crystal and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His
What?
Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
What?
Everyone was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? And
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come. Yeah, he said to get us.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke, you two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Ini kayak gini nih, mulai rame nih, mulai seru ini coy. Arahnya kemana tuh? Evacuate, evacuate. Outward and upward. Keluar dan ke atas. Attention, anjir kayak game Resident Evil. Kurung suruh evakuasi. Yuk.
They're here.
Just like I said.
Waduh, bener nggak bisa nahan gejolak
Just in
deh.
time. But be ready to run.
Be ready to run. Badass ini memang si klorin ini coy. Wow. Aku. Weh. Pakai alat ya coy. GG. Pecah lagi.
Three, two,
Yeah.
one.
One. Wah, come on. Close the gate. Close the gate. Tolong nopal lo. Mana nopalnya? Belum muncul. Di shield coy.
This
GG.
won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Cari Neuvillette. Yang kita yang suruh nyari Neuvillette loh.
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
We're the last line of defense. Oke, siap klorin, siap.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
GG tuh. Loading aja lama. Jangan lama-lama lah loading.
Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Loh, oh kita disuruh protect Farina sih. Emang Farina nggak bisa ngelindungi diri sendiri apa? Yang bulat tapi bukan tekad. Dua, yang bulat dua.
My sincerest gratitude.
Sincerest gratitude. Ayah. Buset dah. Keluarin di pace on field. Ya biar puas dengerin suaranya coy. Purina. Loh, kok dijaga ketat? Oh iya, pertemuan tadi ya.
Fatui and Palamermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry. Are you two the
Bang El
traveler
ini.
in Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Melindungi Purina. Ya wis. Furina.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
You're the honor guest, Miss Furina mentions.
How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is
Selalu
my pleasure to
membanggakan
make your
diri Furina
acquaintance,
itu.
traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11
Anggap saja
Fatui
cuci mata,
harbingers.
Bang. Salam kenal.
Prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps
Siap,
you two are
kita
unaware of
duduk
how
di
Miss
samping
Farina
Lady
and I do
Furina.
things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Kita di car wash, betul.
This
Semprot,
is a
semprotkan
limited
aja
type of
mata pakai
confection
itu.
that Miss Farina
Semprotan.
secretly adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste? Awas, nanti salah-salah tuh
What do you
kue.
think of this cake?
Udah dimakan, coy.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Ngeri nih, coy. Ini bener-bener karakternya loh, kayak
I wonder
Alcino
how he's doing
karakternya.
nowadays. You must have heard, right?
Bener-bener
He's
kayak
suddenly
mafia,
gone
coy.
missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know.
Yang isi
Keeps
suaranya
telling me
juga,
that he's an excellent swimmer.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial
Auto
prowess
copot.
really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Iya nih, tegang nih Furina nih. Waduh.
Oh,
Nih.
so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina.
Attitude for fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I almost forgot.
I almost
Child was
forgot.
subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you.
Right in
Against
front of
ordinary
you.
people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
Monsieur Nivellette.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a
Ah, tegang,
shame.
mana tegang
You
bang?
see,
Furina
I
ini
would
tegang
have
bang.
been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Since child disappear, ayu.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Oh, and how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well,
The Fortress of Mirapede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
No. Gacha-gacha ini itu tapi F2P loh, gacha-gacha itu ya sabar-sabar aja Bang Peles. Mau Arlecchino, mau Chlorine, mau Furina, mau Raiden Shogun ya, sabar-sabar aja. Oh, kan riran-riran aja itu.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable.
Unfortunately unavailable.
Do you
Ngeri coy. Dia harus ngomongnya harus kayak gitu coy.
Dear Tonya,
Seorang pimpinan itu harus gitu ngomongnya coy.
enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
Is it something like that? Oh iya kamu ditanya-tanya mulu kamu.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Aduh, Purina.
The water in the teacup is shaking.
Ayo gempa bumi cuy.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Next stage of prophecy. Juga pengen gacha tapi F2P. Pas semua di sini ngaku-ngaku F2P yo.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
You both. I will take it from here. Okay, siap. Oh, siap.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
I'm quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sini-sini san ternyata mereka berdua itu. Akan quest ini lah aku nggak mau gacha print. Apa iya? Beh, loh, aku nggak dilihatkan. Wah ini loh. Dorong.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury.
Tsunami of fury.
Catastrophe.
Kita pada flashing. F2P berarti.
The sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Nih, Violetnya diam-diam bisa mematahkan ramalannya sendiri. Ramalan akan hancurnya Fontaine. Nyakut dong no blessing. Nah, itu kalau no blessing
Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
berarti
Let me
F2P.
guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me
Kalau
a
aku
present.
yakin dapat nggak?
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made
Oh,
a
naga
bet.
air.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearances' sake.
Pencitraan.
It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
Legal
It's
codices.
obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Maka akan terungkap siapa Arkon yang sebenarnya di patch berikutnya. Apakah Arkonnya adalah Nopal?
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden.
Stray
You
bugs.
really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're
Failed
wrong.
to take action.
I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine.
You have no right to judge me.
Even,
Oh.
even if I still cannot see the true
Pada
future
kelahi
right
dah.
now, as long as I continue
The
on
Nave
as I am,
bakal pulangkan
I
kami
will be able to
untuk
hold my
pulangan
head
kamu.
high.
Pulang, gas Bang Sumpek pulangin.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Jadi kempes kayak balon bocor.
Are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh,
Yeah.
that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The
Indemnitium?
It's just like it appears to be.
Oh, apa tuh?
So you
Indemnitium.
also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
Archon.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Sumpek pasti live itu ntar malam.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Habis kuenya dimakan.
Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table, and I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Paimon's coming too.
Loh.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Aduh jauhnya. Loh. Loh. Loh.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that...
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
Banyak mata-matanya,
You
coy.
dare to run from me? Stop right this instant.
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please?
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not bait after all. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children,
Memang lebih cocok nih Violet yang jadi Archon
News from
sebenarnya.
the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
Iya, om-om sekalian. Sudah sore, masih
You
kas.
should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, That is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It
Arlecchino.
is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe
Arlecchino
reigns, yet
lebih
many secrets have yet to rise to the
waifuable.
surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do
Mana
anything else.
bajunya keren lagi.
Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Someday.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected, the Knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
Super strange.
Guys, you are referring to Farina and I. Then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
Udel mana-mana. Loh, kan nggak kelihatan udelnya. Udelnya kan nggak kelihatan. Yang dibuka kan di samping. Kan benteng Meropite. Berhasil melindungi orang yang membutuhkan.
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of
Arlecchino
events.
siapa Mas Iqbal?
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Meratapi kejadian. Waduh. Ya iyalah, orang New Village-nya yang naganya itu. Naganya nggak sih, bener kan?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking? The dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Farina?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
Arlecchino siapa Mas
My
Iqbal?
apologies.
We were just
Avenger
guessing
ketiga.
randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Keep secret for me.
Of course, we'll definitely help you keep it a secret.
Iya bos.
There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water,
Atui
and you were
Cindo,
able
Cina
to force
Indo.
back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
Indo,
None of
Indo.
the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
Kenapa kalian ini suka sama wanita yang lebih tua?
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
Lebih menggoda. Oh iya. Tapi emang bener ya. Bener. Tapi memang bener sih. Kita suka yang lebih tua atau kadang gimana?
If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried. We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Oren tante Perancis. Yoi. Wih, mana itu coy? Balik penjara coy. So angin. Harus resik kamar. Yo, bersih situ kamar. Kalau bersih yang bersih, jangan tidak bersih. Nanti masih ketinggalan tisunya. Ini kemana duluan nih? Pusing ya. Deng. Apakah ini selesai questnya? Ama ngobrol sana sini cuy. Aduh. Padahal intinya cuma itu doang loh. Lalu banyak pembicaraan yang nggak penting.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
Malah main sulap.
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an A.
Murah udah kepala 4 kah? 5.
Everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed
5 bang sekalian
to
bang.
thank Miss Clarand in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
Tapi sudah 100% map, sudah itu. The King of Explore.
It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell
on it. 5 kah?
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back.
You meant father? Did she say anything to you?
5, 6, 7.
Her attitude towards
yang
you was
penting
even
sehat
better than
Bang
what we'd
Perles.
imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also
Yang enggak lah,
include you.
enggak pala 5 cuy.
Father is
Belum
very
lah.
capable and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Wes gini aja 3 atau 4. Nah 3,5.
I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there.
Takut amat kalau orang baru ke 20.
Well, next time you're going to have
Beliau ini kan
with
King
us.
Explore kan memang ngebut Mas Iqbal. Iya tuh. Kalau kita mah aduh santai coy. Mana bola ini? Mana nih? Aku dibantu ekspor sendiri. Apakah dibantu sama pacarnya Darmin? Pacarnya Darmin yang bantu pasti ini. Tuh.
Take it easy.
Loh. Kedua minta bantuan ekspor lagi. Waduh. Loh ini kenapa kok nggak ada petunjuknya? Error kah? Loh, ini yang ini kata nih.
That you guys are back?
You guys didn't.
And here I.
Udah kagak penting main nih mah obrolannya. Aduh.
Wasn't just me.
I was also whenever he'd say,
Hey, there's.
These two, they sure are alone.
Oh, well, if you say so.
Pecoknya gak jelas. Gak jelas. Loh itu loh. Itu di situ masuk nggak ada orang pun. Ini lagi Tiguin nih.
Traveler, are you
Tiguin.
still doing all right?
Ini sudah nggak penting coy.
A few people of course. How did
Maksudnya intinya udah
I ran into the bomb.
masuk.
Just let me know if I'd like to take the.
Ini film naga. Corina yang itu belum tentu Arko. Masih diragukan. Preminya tenggelam, Childe masih hilang, Arlecchino masih menyelidiki. Sebenarnya nggak urusannya si Anu itu, cuman dia memanfaatkan kesempatan aja. Masih ada quest yang di belakang gini nggak penting coy. Ini loh mana? Oh alah di bawah loh, buset dah. Belum lagi ngendap kabur di penjara.
Yeah, I was working on.
That's no excuse for.
Aduh.
Huh?
You're Lurvine, we're back.
Hello there. It's been quite the.
And you? Are
Ah,
you?
It can be a bit.
I mean,
Kita.
the infirmary.
Oh, yeah.
Iyo, iyo.
Not at all.
Boleh, memang pacaran berdua itu bangke emang, cuma nggak ngaku doang. Mana lagi? Agak penting mau dia mau pacaran kagak ke emang bodoh amat. Nih Wiro duduk aja
Did my
Wiro.
eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making?
We wanted to see how the fortress is.
We're fine for the most part.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
Jam 5.
Sure sounds.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Nervalet got the milkshake. Cloran
Cloran
received
dapat lipstick.
instead.
Bodoh amat.
Well, it's Nervalet's own
Gak
fault.
penting.
Oh, I have some gifts.
Are these from Siege?
Nope, they're from you. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you
For real?
Nah,
Then we
ada
can stay
adik
here?
apa makanan
access the
gratis,
cafeteria.
bebas
Just
makan di
remember to go
kantin
complete
ya.
the paperwork.
Kayak gitu kayak dari awal makan bebas memang kok. Wis pamit dulu mau balik kerja. Siap-siap Mas Iqbal. Miss Raiden, Gajah, Lorin dan Arlecchino, tante-tante harus pulang. Emang beliau ini penyepong tante-tante beliau ini. Loh, di atas lagi. Aku bingung ininya dah. Ini sebelah sini. Timbang nyari-nyari lift ya kan. Ini 3 tingkat ternyata.
We're back in our cell again. Sure feels that way. We've now gone to. There are so many bad things in the world, and
Oh
we're
iya,
just
suka
two people.
menunda-nunda
We've still been solving
story,
puzzles.
coy.
You're counting Paimon today? Then let's ask Catherine.
Biar gamenya bertahan 7 tahun.
Paimon, the last time we fell asleep here, we woke up. We should be safe now. All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Uru. Artis spiral banyak ya sekarang koleksi waifu. Nah bener itu. Kalau spiral udah libas, ya sisanya sekarang yo itu. Sisanya koleksi. Si Childe gak jelas sih, ngilang-ngilang, nggak taunya ketemu ikan paus. Udah selesai kan? Udah, mana lagi sudah. Oh saya kan, oh hai coy, ini tinggal bersangkutan sementara. Oh paling ini dulu, atau enggak ini dulu, saya tahu jadi itu 182 ya, 10 ini apa, tunggu 10 aja lagi 13 hari, besok 5 atau 6 dapat 6 kali, belum 10 cuy. Hari apa 10? Jumat, Sabtu kayaknya baru 10. Baru 10. Sabtu baru 10. Berapa ini? Nyampe cok. 200 bagian kita perindok enggak ya? Kemungkinan enggak. Ini di gini apa namanya, di gini kan masa harus ngulang-ulang terus cuy. Waduh parah ini. Mana sih? Oh ini tapi ya lama nungguin. Ya wis lah, tuh questnya udah selesai cuy, quest Arkon. Paling ya mau ngapain lagi, resin nggak ada, habis. Paling event paling hari Minggu tak selesai itu, Sabtu kayak. Wah, jadi saatnya pamit ini Bang quest dunia ya gampang itu mah, nanti live berikutnya kan quest dunia lagi. Sambil explore ya kan. Aduh ini belum 3 jam ini. Emang aku live mau sampai maghrib. 2 jam aja lah, emang Bang Perles 5 jam. Selesai ini terkait data, mau mandi, mau asar. Thank you Bang Perles, Mas Iqbal, TY, Bang L, dan semuanya. TY pamit undur diri dulu. Wassalamualaikum.